watched when the World Trade Center came tumbling down. And I watched in Jersey City, New Jersey, where thousands and thousands of people were cheering as that building was coming down.
It's not something that was part of my recollection. I think if it had happened, I would remember it, but you know, there could be things I forget too, but I don't remember that, no.
Dr. Carson, were American Muslims in New Jersey cheering on 9/11 when the towers fell? Did you hear about that or see that? Yeah. Did you see that happening, though, on 9/11?
I saw the film of it, yes.
In New Jersey?
Yes.
Okay, focused on this one comment by Donald Trump about Muslims cheering after the towers fell. Dr. Carson has walked back that statement, but Trump tweeted out saying via Washington Post 9/18/01, I want an apology. Many people have tweeted that I am right. Here's what the Post said on that in that article. In Jersey City, in hours, two jetliners plowing into the World Trade Center, law enforcement authorities detained and questioned a number of people who were allegedly seen celebrating the attacks and holding tailgate-style parties on rooftops while they watched the devastation on the other side of the river. Okay, that's where we start with a Fox News poll out over the weekend that shows the man in question here, Donald Trump, going up 2. Ben Carson dropping there, Rubio picking up 3, as well as Cruz there, and you see the rest of the field. We're back with the panel. Robert, it does seem like day to day there is a focus on some small thing, and a fact check tidal wave comes out, and the blowback is minimal, if any, to Donald Trump. He seems to get past all of this.
It's amazing to watch. As a reporter, I've spoken to Republicans who've conducted focus groups, and they keep bringing up issue after issue with Trump, different statements he's made, and it has very little effect on Trump's standing with his core voters. And we're seeing this election, as you say, Brett, it's becoming a fact-check exercise at many moments, and it's not hurting the frontrunner. Trump and Carson, when I was in Iowa, still as popular as ever. Cruz is rising, Rubio is rising, but they're still hovering around 10 to 15%, not near that 25-30% stratosphere with the two guys who have been leading for months.
And one on this issue, Trump says, listen, the Washington Post says that I'm right. But, of course, it doesn't say thousands and thousands of people cheering. But that'll get lost in the wash, too.
Yeah, I think that looks good for Trump. I mean, it looks to me like he has some now backup to say there's something happening there. Now, there's no video. I haven't seen any video of thousands of people. It says they were like tailgate-style parties on a roof. But, again, you know, I really think what Robert's talking about here is the issue. We're getting close to the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Trump, in the latest Washington Post polls, latest Fox News polls, remains at, I believe, in the Washington Post poll, 30% or more, and in the Fox poll, over 25%. Nobody is close.
More importantly, Steve, on the issue of terrorism, who is best? The Washington Post ABC poll has Trump way ahead.
Yeah.
On the issue of terrorism, the issue that everybody's focusing on, let alone thousands of people cheering in New Jersey after 9/11. This is the issue.
Yeah, I think people are looking for moral clarity, and they're looking for somebody who's not sort of living their life or having these arguments in the nuances. And if that describes anybody, it describes Donald Trump. Unfortunately, I think in situations like this, you know, he's fact-checked for a reason. He's fact-checked because he got the facts wrong. There were not, in fact, thousands and thousands of people in Jersey City cheering. And the Washington Post article that he tweeted out doesn't actually support that contention. It's a different thing altogether. Now, that doesn't mean that there weren't maybe these tailgate parties, although the author of the Washington Post story at the time has started to walk that back a little bit. But the reason Donald Trump is fact-checked as often as he is because he says things that are factually not true. That's part of the problem.
Quickly, Robert, we see Rubio and Cruz on the rise in most polls, but they're still way behind Donald Trump. And you're running out of road here to the first voting in Iowa.
And you're seeing the party struggling with the timeline. When are they going to air ads against Trump or Carson, mostly against Trump? There's not a coherent strategy. No big donors are stepping up to really fund some of these outfits that have created anti-Trump endeavors. So there's really an incoherent approach right now to someone who's been dominating the race for months. And on this key issue, terrorism, he's out there projecting strength, even if he's getting some facts wrong, and that's appealing.
Yeah. There's a Kasich ad out now, but he's really the only one. Maybe Bush, too, a couple of ads. That's it for the panel, but stay tuned to see why it's all fun and games during one baby announcement.